Hey guys, um, I've been watching the earthquake, volcanic activity, all that stuff. I pay attention to pretty much everything that most people don't. Things that I feel are important in the near future, especially, and considering that I am an avid 2012 researcher, I have to study those things because they all tie into it. So, um, I've been noticing 7.0 high sixes on the Richter scale for earthquakes. Man, they've been up pretty significantly this year. As a matter of fact, I don't see where they've been any higher, especially the 7 and higher earthquakes. So I get home today, turn on my computer, kids are in bed. Let me go do my little thing, search around, see what I can find. Magnitude 7.2, Mariana Islands region, which is 235 or 230 miles west southwest of Guam. And it was just like yesterday or the day before, there was another 7.1 or something. Here we go. And this is from the USGS website. And again, it just occurred, fairly recently. And I'd like to show you this here. Frequency of occurrence of earthquakes, magnitude on the left, and average annually on the right. And as you can see, average is 134 for 6.0 to 6.9. 15 is 7 to 7.9. And it's got a little note for 1, based on observations since 1900. And that's the little 1 note. This is the 2 note, and this is based on observations since 1990. But I'm not really too concerned with the 6s because they're really not, going to cause damage. 7s and higher, depending on where they are, they can cause damage. And of course, that's what we would have to worry about, considering some of the doom and gloom that 2012 is supposedly going to bring. So that's the numbers I'm looking at. So let me go down here. Starting in the year 2000 is this chart. Number of earthquakes worldwide 2000 to 2010. And as you can see, there's the 7.0s. 14, 15, 13, 14, 14, 10, 9, 14, 12, 16. And this one says 15, but this is not updated to show the one today, so it's really actually 16. And here's the thing. This is for the entire 12 months of 2009, entire 12 months of 2008. In other words, the full year of all of this data here, except for 2010. Because 2010, we're only halfway through it. We just got past the halfway point. I mean, we're still basically halfway through it. And we're already at 16. And again, this says 15, but they haven't added in that earthquake today. It's going to say 16. 16 times 2 is 32. Is it safe to say, since we're halfway through the year, we should add or double this number? Let's say it stays at 15. That's 30. 30 earthquakes for 2010. Would that not stick out like a sore thumb as far as this data is concerned? Yes, it would. That's significant to me. Because why? Because I study the 2012 stuff as well as everything else that we study. The BP oil spills, lies, governments, conspiracy, everything. I study all I can. So let's go to the 6.0 to 6.9. And up here, on average, it says 134. And here's this chart. And the highest number of all was 2007, and it was 178. The other ones appear to be in the 140 range, mostly it looks like. And then 2010. Again, we're halfway through 2010. We're at 110 according to this. Double that, that's 220. That's significantly more than normal. But again, that's not to be concerned with too much because it's still in the 6.0, 6.9 range. It's the 7s and higher that we're worried about. Which is interesting because even in 2007, where we had 178 of these, where this kind of, you can see these basically took the record there for a while. In 2007, we had 4 8.0s to 9.9s. That's pretty significant. And then we went back down to the average of 1. And even for 2010, we're still at 1. But again, the 7s are increasing. If any of them are increasing, there's going to be a cause for some alarm, cause for some digging into and researching more. Why is this happening? What does it mean? Should get you thinking about stuff. So having said that, I found an interview on YouTube, and it's from Project Camelot, and I've followed them for probably at least 3 years now. And I was interested in a lot of the videos they would do about these government whistleblowers, and then it kind of got to a point where I said, I think there's a lot of people they were interviewing that just want attention. They just want to be on this screen. They may want money. They want something. And it's time. And there's been multiple examples of people that just completely fell through. Miriam Ducato or Miriam something completely was supposed to be this giant psychic, extremely powerful psychic, intuitive, whatever. Gave a little blurb of the future. Absolutely wrong in every single way. Completely made a mistake. Completely wrong. I had to write her off. The other guy, I can't think of his name. He was a sergeant or something, I think, and he communicated with an alien that wanted him to bring him to some kind of portal and free him because he had kids too. I can't think of the guy's name. It's some weird stuff. He turned out to be a complete lie, fraud. Anyways, so why I'm telling you that is because I really don't put much weight on Project Camelot anymore. But when they interview someone who's got a PhDs, studies things, has theories, has it on paper, it's already been written, can be found, and then you can go back and say, oh, well, that was 15, 20 years ago. He wrote that. Oh, okay. And he's still talking about what he wrote. Well, that's got to hold a little credit to me. And this particular guy, which I can't remember his name, but if you search for YouTube for Superwave Theory Project Camelot, it will come up where it shows that they interviewed him. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. Yes, it's a long interview. Who cares? The information this guy talks about and provides is invaluable. And his theory is that